the stare of the champion against the challenger. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Wait a minute! 5, 4.
Welcome in, everybody. This is the Wrestling Unleashed podcast. We are here live.
No, you just have to
tonight.
do it better.
Yeah, we got the Living Katana. We got myself, Celeb. And guess what? We got our boy, Cousin Larry.
Special guest, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The man of the hour, Cousin Larry. Say what's up to everybody, Cousin Larry.
Cousin Larry.
So we gotta get right into it, man.
Let's get it.
What, Larry? I want to ask you about the mainstream product before we get into the indie scene. It's kind of your stomping grounds. What do you think of the main WWE products right now?
I think it's nuts the fact that they only have to put that Raw's coming, SmackDown's coming. They don't have to announce who's coming. They don't have to announce a match. They don't have to announce anything, and they're still selling out everything. It's nuts.
Yeah.
In the old days, they used to complain that there wasn't enough wrestling. These days, there's not enough promos. Fans don't give two craps about the wrestling. They want to be be entertained with promos.
Right.
Yeah. That's a fact.
So who's your favorite person on the main roster on the mic right now?
There's a bunch of them. There's like 5 of them, man. You got Cody and CM Punk and Drew Mack and all the main event guys. They can talk. That's the point. They can talk. They can get themselves over.
Yeah.
No, you can be the greatest wrestler in the world, and if you can't talk, you ain't over as much as you could be. Imagine how much Daniel Bryan would be over if he could get over on the promo like he does with his work.
That's a hell of a point. That is a hell of a point.
I agree.
He's a phenomenal wrestler.
Yeah, he is. Very good.
Promo.
Yeah.
He was over with the yes and all the other stuff, but he was never able to continue up there because he couldn't cut a promo right. He cut a great promo all the time. Cody goes out there every week and kills it. Every time he's on a mic, he kills it.
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorite wrestlers right now.
I don't watch a lot of current stuff because I like to pick it apart too much. I've been doing it too long. So when I see a lot of today's stuff where everybody's doing all the unnecessary flips and flops and all that stuff, and I look at them and go, "You're going to be done in 5 years. I hope you saved enough money to pay your bills."
Right.
The bodies ain't going to last, man.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are in it for the shock and awe factor and not considering the longevity.
And once you're released, you're responsible for your own medical. WWE paid for Mick Foley to get all his hips and knees replaced. He is.
Isn't that why, let's take it back to 1993 or whatever. Isn't that the reason why, what's his name? Tried to get a wrestling union so that when they retire, Jesse the Body Ventura, Hulk Hogan told on him, and, I'm not trying to go too involved with it, but
Hogan has been politicking since the day he got in the business.
Hey, you can see it, man. You can see it. He's a huge politic, and he has his listen. What he says goes, brother. You know what I mean? When Undertaker tombstoned him, you got me, brother. So he's been politicking for a while now. So
I'm old enough to have watched Hogan when he was current, 83 and 84. And by the time Warrior came around, I was already ready to jump from Hogan because it wasn't my cup of tea.
I mean,
I was just in a wrestling forum recently, and they were talking about Ultimate Warrior versus Lex Luger, and I was like, "What kind of comparison is this? How can you?"
Both are awful.
I mean, agreed.
What match type? What match would this be?
100%. Who was more over?
The ref would have to lead the match.
It would have to be. I swear to God, it would have to be like that would be the world's boring match.
It would be a bad. It'd be.
You could get it over. Luger would have to be with J.J. Dillon, and he would help lead the match. Because neither one of that's awful, dude. That's
I don't know, man. I would never put that match on a match card. Lex Luger.
Yeah. No, I agree, Larry. I agree.
that's stinky.
But I will say, Warrior's more celebrated and more over than you know what I mean, than Lex Luger.
Well, that's because Luger was there longer to piss off more people.
Well, I mean,
when
did too.
That's true.
When you hold a fucking your boss away,
yeah.
You know that. And Warrior's also dead, so now it's the, you think good about the people that have passed and all that stuff, and
halfway out the door too. You got 1 foot out, 1 foot in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Well,
if it wasn't for DDP, if it wasn't for DDP,
but the difference is Luger has changed his mentality, so now they appreciate him more.
Yeah.
He's turning that around. He's
true.
a good guy now. Every time you see him, somebody that he loves going to the Comic-Con, so he realizes what an ass he was when he was younger. He said it. His family, he cheated on his wife, and didn't have a life with his kids. Don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, he did say
how
that.
How bad a dad you have to be for your parents. Your kids don't want to have nothing to do with you.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
Facts.
What do you think?
You have to be a narcissist for sure.
What do you think of this 10-year too late Cena heel turn?
What?
What do you think of this John Cena heel turn?
I think they're doing it because that's what Cena wants to do. I think it's bad for business. He was going to be in 30 different places. So that's 30 different sets of shirts that were all going to be sold out, and they're all going to be one of a kinds, and they're only going to be sold one day, and they're going to go away. He ain't going to sell that many shirts. His payday was his payday.
Larry got that hustler mindset, that wrestling hustler mindset.
Houses don't matter no more. They sell out no matter what's on it. Okay?
Right.
The pay-per-view doesn't matter. It's no longer a pay-per-view. Monday Night Raw is free. So the only way he can bring in extra money for the company is t-shirt sales, hat sales.
Any type of merchandise sales. He has to bubble on that.
They'll be the heel fans now love him. They hated him for 25 years, and they love him now. So they'll be the ones who buy the shirts. But there's far fewer heel fans than there are true fans. Kids buy the merch. It's the reason they never turned him.
That's a fact.
Every time they change the color to a different fruity pebbles color, the kids bought it up, sold it out every time.
Yep.
Those kids don't want that shirt no more.
Right.
But I mean, what's the use of burning it? You already paid your money for it.
I will say though,
yes,
when he called the kid toxic, and it panned to the kid in the crowd.
But that's why it's Cena calling this.
It was so good.
Because he hasn't done this in 20 years.
Right.
He has so much stuff saved up in his head that he can use that he hadn't been able to use in forever. This is like when Steve Austin turned heel. That was his deal. He wanted to try it, and Vince couldn't tell him no.
Can I ask something though?
Go ahead.
What about the promo in itself as a whole? Like the promo, it just seemed. It didn't seem like
John Cena is the nicest guy you will ever meet. That is a complete act because now he gets to be a heel. Have you been okay? Here's the thing about anybody that's big league. Usually the baby faces. Please don't say face today. Don't say face. It drives me nuts. It's not the term. It's baby or baby face. I don't even know what I was saying. I got on diatribe and I already changed it. What was I talking about? What were you talking about?
You're talking about the heel
Cena
turn.
promo.
Oh,
Yeah, the promo from the heel turn.
yeah, the heel turn. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Okay, he's doing this because he's wanted to be a heel. Ever since the Thugonomics when it first started, the crowd got him over as a babyface. He wasn't trying to be a babyface.
Right.
It was all the heel fans thought it was cool, and then they morphed him over time into the true babyface. But he's had this stuff saved up in his head forever. And this is his chance to do it on his, because once again, he's got more money than it really matters. And if he gets 30% of the door, 30% of the ticket of the merch,
30, you're winning. He's winning.
Yeah,
he's
but
winning.
What's 30% for a year compared to what he makes anyway?
Not much. It's not even a dent.
Right. So if this is what he wants to do, this is his chance to do it.
I mean, you're out. You're one foot out, one foot in out the door. So yeah,
I'd love to come back for a year and we'll pipe it everywhere. But I want to do this. Why would they say no?
Right.
John Cena, you bring the bread still.
Now he can too, because merchandise wise, you have so many other baby faces.
Yeah. And there'll still be merch, and he'll still sell stuff, but he's not going to do the numbers he was when he was going to be a baby face. And then at the end, I don't know if at the end they're going to make the last, it could be a swerve, double swerve, win a title, lose the title, which lets him be a baby face for the last 3 months or 4 months or however they do it,
I theorize something like that too, like maybe he'll turn back, maybe, but.
Well, anytime you're attached to The Rock, everybody hates him, so it won't be hard to turn him back to a baby face.
Right.
All he has to do is go out and say, I made a mistake. Everybody hates The Rock. The Rock's a piece of shit. I just learned it. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy turn back if that's the case.
Anytime they want to do it, they can do it on a dime.
Yep.
What do you guys think of the triple threat that we called and predicted like weeks ago that got announced by Triple H?
So did everybody else. I hate three-ways.
Right.
Three-ways are awful.
Right.
There's always one guy that disappears and he's looking over the curtain. When's my next ball?
Doing the old apron peek on the side of the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
I also feel like that over excessive pointing at the WrestleMania sign. It's just getting.
They beat the hell out of that dead horse.
Yeah, that is just getting.
Guys, we know the sign is up there. I don't know who you're trying to signal.
Yeah, but they're looking. They're not looking for you. You guys are already going to watch it.
Right.
They're looking for guys that aren't going to watch it until this happens. They already have their fans. They're trying to grow the periphery, the subtle fan, the occasional fan, not the true fan. The true fan's already going to watch it.
Someone that didn't see the last point to the sign.
Yeah. Dude, 2 guys can go in the ring and take a crap, and you guys would still watch WrestleMania because it's 3 weeks later.
That's true. That is true. I am going to be watching both nights.
Oh, yeah.
See?
He's going to be watching it there. He's going to be there. He has tickets.
Oh, dude. I've been doing this I started in the last century, 1999, and I hate crowds. If I'm in the ring, I've been in front of thousands at a time, and I love it. I never want to be in a crowd. I've gone to, I love metal. I've been to a couple Metallica concerts, and I hate it. The last one was great because we sat in the front row of a section, so there was no one in front of me, so I didn't feel everybody around me. But I hate people. I absolutely hate being in crowds of people.
It is kind of an unsafe, atmosphere.
I was the
biggest crowd I've ever been around.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Most bouncers. You kind of think of that kind of stuff too,
Yeah,
that would most definitely be the biggest crowd ever because I know
you're looking at body language and trying to read people. Yeah.
Go to the metal, you got the mosh pits, and they're throwing this and hitting that.
Well, I can't stand mosh pits, to be honest, man. I've been in so many involuntarily just because they expand.
That's because you're so large.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It just takes this and you fly into the middle of it. It doesn't even take a shoulder. Just there you go, Jay.
Yeah, no, literally, I had like a giant my first concert, like I used as a wall.
We used to have them at our local indie places when I used to bounce indie night, and there's always one guy who's trying to sucker punch somebody. And we
Yeah,
had this guy, he was nice as pie, and he just threw like his shoulders, his elbows would go up, so they weren't hitting people. They were going over people when he was throwing stuff. And the people, like guys would come up and sucker punch people. This guy was like 6'4", 275, just having fun. You know, he wasn't going after anybody. So when that happened, we'd walk up behind the guy and push the bad guy into the other guy. You want to be in the mosh pit, bud? There you go.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So, what else is on the main product that we should talk about this week?
Whose child is that?
That's mine.
I seen Randy Orton got injured.
I see Randy Orton got rather large.
He did, didn't he?
He came back at 295, dude.
And came back
When he came up, he was 220.
Babyface Randy Orton's crazy.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
Right.
he is. Yeah.
And he keeps looking for that penalty kick, man. He keeps looking for that punt. He's been looking for it like off and on these last few weeks. So I'm thinking that's gonna get put back in the arsenal with
What's
Baby
funny
Face.
is it's only 3 weeks till WrestleMania, and they still have a bunch of matches they haven't even announced.
Right.
Well, we do know.
Where they book everything 3 days out.
All last minute booking.
I think it's because they want us to try to keep speculations up so that they can pivot off of whatever the internet is trying to say.
Right.
They want to try to pivot off of whatever the internet is saying
There
or
is
doing.
such a tighter lip now than there used to be. The wrestlers don't even know most of that stuff. And the people that are involved aren't going to tell what their story is. It's the
Right.
peripheral people that were hearing it before. So if you don't tell them,
That is true.
I love your background, how people keep popping in the back of it.
Yeah, I just seen your wife pop up in the background.
I know, man. It's crazy,
She
right?
was damn near in the ring, bro.
Yeah, man.
He's like, you can go on the air, but they better not see me.
Yeah, man. So I got my another question for you, cousin Larry. What's your thoughts about Jey Uso?
Over like a mother trucker, but it seems like the more over he is, the less he worries about what got him there wrestling. His wrestling is very, very lazy right now, sloppy. Just he's not. Maybe it's going to his head. I don't know, but
it could be.
He's more worried about this than he is this.
And that's I feel like that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a big problem.
Yeah,
because as much as we love the yeet, I love the yeet off, whatever, man. Yeet, cool. It got you over, cool. Yeet, but show me what put you in this position in the first place. Like I love when he was.
When they were the Usos, they worked like brothers, man.
And he was all cut. Like you can see how much he was working in the gym.
Yeah.
Like right now, he letting the food get to him. He letting that big eating get to him. He got that good contract. He shit. Hey,
not a big one, but he got one.
He's coming back.
They used to wrestle without shirts on.
I think he's indulging in some main event success when he goes out for dinner.
Man, that main
event wrestle without shirts.
Man, look, that five course meal sound good.
Yeah, they used to wrestle without shirts.
That's a really good point, Larry. That's a really good point.
Right.
He used to wrestle without shirts, guys.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
That's true. Very good point. But yeah, I kind of hurt. I thought he really hurt himself doing that, the swan dive plancha over the top rope. I thought he was done. He looked like Top Dollar.
But dude, that's why they're there, is because they're willing to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And there's enough zeros in that paycheck, it's worth it to them.
Yeah.
You know, the guy in the third match doing that ain't getting paid enough to do that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For the figures they're making, I would have cleared a whole other set of ropes.
Bro, I'm gonna dislocate both of you trying to jump over that.
Oh, I got ups though. I got ups.
You are this tall. You ain't clearing nothing.
I got ups.
Dude,
You short?
them ropes are here. You only stand here.
Bro, you short like that, Jay?
Yeah, I'm
he's
pretty
teeny.
I'm like
He like 5'4", maybe 5'5".
Whoa.
Where you gonna claim you are? What are you?
You 5'4", Jay?
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'8", 5'7".
You gotta be like 5'7", because you look shorter than me.
Dude,
You look shorter than me. And I know, we both know I weigh more than you, so you gotta damn.
We were at the Limitless show last night, and he came about here on me, and I'm
Larry's shooting on me right now.
Damn, he said you came to no sprinkles.
That big around, and he about that tall.
Hey, but don't get it wrong though. The boy got that. Hey, but look, don't get it wrong.
5'8", sir.
Hey, but don't get it twisted. The boy got that
Hey,
good background hand. What's going on, Chitta? What's going on, bro?
Next time, let him climb to the top rope and do it. This one,
yeah.
But he ain't jumping over it. That rope is almost 5 feet off the ground. He ain't clearing that.
I promise you, Larry. I'm clearing it. I promise you.
Really?
I'll do it the first time I go to the dojo. If they let me. Actually, they probably will not let me. But
I'm pretty sure that when you run up to that rope and the rope is here on you, and you think you're going to clear it on the first time,
I'm gonna clear it.
there ain't gonna be enough boys on the outside to catch
the rope is like this right here to me.
I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna spud web over that shit.
Hey, that's. Oh no!
Can you
I thought
Can you hear us now, Chris?
Hey, Chris, can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear you, but barely. I think it's my phone's just not very loud.
Oh,
your phone's loud to us.
Yeah, man, you loud over
You
here.
loud.
And clear.
I'm glad y'all can hear me.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Do you hear the baloney that he's saying?
No, I can hardly hear you guys whatsoever. I'm going to see if I can find a Bluetooth speaker or something to plug you guys into.
Hey,
on the phones with shit.
Hey, to all those that are just touching in, man, you know, cousin Larry over here saying that our boy Jay, man, the living katana, man, he said
he's saying I can't jump. He said I can't jump above his waist.
He built like a grasshopper.
He might be 5'6", but I think that's pushing it.
He said I could barely jump a rope. That's crazy.
Damn, son.
I'm a fat old guy. I know I can't jump no rope, but I know my limitations, and I don't speak about it because I can't do it.
That's what you noticed. I ain't said nothing.
I won't speak on things I can't do. I won't tell you I can do a moonsault to save my soul right now, but
I'm not gonna. I can't.
If anyone needs me, I'm gonna be in my bedroom. You guys are loud, and I can't hear these guys.
We I know for a fact I can probably try, and I'm gonna end up like Jey Uso. I'm not gonna do it. I weigh too much now. Like it's my
man, he would have been so much better off if he played that off like he did it intentionally as like a shout out to Top Dollar or something. It looks so much like it, dude. So much like the same fucking botch.
Bro, it's the same botch, the same way. The only difference is Top Dollar weighs a little bit more, so he hit that damn rope like a pinball.
In my opinion, like it used to be special when they would do that fucking dive from the top through the ropes. Now everyone does it, man, and you see a botch at least once or twice a month. May not be a big botch like that, but you see it all the time now.
The problem is everybody does it. Nobody does it.
Exactly. It's like the super kick. It's literally become the super kick.
yeah,
Bruh. I see a super kick every match, and it's okay now. I guess it's just whatever.
No, it's not.
But
Yeah, no, they killed that move. They've
One match of Young Bucks, and you'll never want to see a super kick again.
I don't
trust me,
anyway.
I agree. It's crazy.
I will
Because
say,
if we seen the
I
match
will say
between the
I'm a fan
Usos
of
and
the
Young
Young
Buck, it'd
Bucks.
be terrible.
You're a what?
I'm a fan of the Young Bucks.
I'm sorry.
I'm just not, man. And I tried and I gave them, and it's not because I have anything against AEW, because I do like some AEW product, but I just can't get behind them. I like Kenny Omega. I don't mind a few of their bigger names, but the Young Bucks, man, I just, their newest gimmick with their being corporation and shit, I don't, they're not doing good at it. I didn't like it at all.
Right.
They were doing that on purpose. They were trying to be slow and lazy, so that's what you guys wanted, and they come back and be them again as baby faces.
Mm.
They're gonna come back to save the company from Moxley, which is awful,
Bro.
That is one crazy bastard, dude. He is in the wrong generation of wrestling.
What generation would he be good in?
ECW, bro. Imagine him in a fucking barbed wire match with Terry Funk.
Or in a damn match with New Jack.
Or New Jack. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Put him in a match with New Jack. Let them kill each
New
other.
Jack
Dude, you see that putting New Jack in 2K this season?
Yes. I cannot wait. Because
And it was Khan's idea.
I'm using him.
Oh, hell yeah. He's going to be world champion.
Yep.
He said he didn't have matches. What do you mean?
I'm going to put him in a hardcore match against, I don't know, maybe Selena Vega?
I mean, there's a lane for it, but that lane's very niche. And when
if you have a hardcore match every show, sometimes 2 times a show,
it loses ump. Yeah,
not special. Just like the super kick, just like the plancha, just like everything else. If you do it every show, more than once a show, nothing is special.
And you think WWE and shit would catch on to that too, because look at what they've been able to do with the pile driver. You watch AEW, you see 17 pile drivers a show, sometimes a match. You see a pile driver in WWE, and it's all like, oh my God, what did he just do?
Yeah, that is true.
yeah. And I noticed they like purposely use some of the more banned moves on purpose to try to get ump. Try to get
when a move is
Well, back in the day, it was called the Athletic Commission. They had states that would ban the pile driver, and it was
Understandably so. It's a dangerous move. All it takes is you drop him a half an inch and he lands on his head, and you got the next.
Dude, you got this much play.
And some people got a lot more.
Like Tommy Dreamer said, he was good at him because he has a big ass.
I got no ass, and I'm good at them. The whole idea.
I just want to take a pile driver like RVD and see how far I can launch myself off my head.
The pile driver is all about you holding them tight and don't land with flat legs.
Right.
Your legs have to be like this.
Anytime I've ever done one, I've also kind of arced my back a little bit too, just to kind of get their head a little bit further up and try to land a little bit more awkward and try to take the majority of the bump myself.
But that's why you fall backwards or jump. Paul Orndorff had the greatest pile driver ever.
Oh, absolutely.
He held 200 and he held Hogan at 300 pounds and
got me, brother.
He had to get his feet out of the way.
I'm surprised Hogan didn't tell everyone he broke his neck and he was in a cast for 6 years.
He did, didn't you hear it?
You got me, brother.
He did.
He did.
He's done everything, brother.
Everything.
That work doesn't work for me, brother.
All I know is I'm a big beer drinker, but there's one beer I refuse to try, and it's the Great American Beer. Only because it's Hulk Hogan. That is the worst name for a fucking beer I've ever heard in my life.
I don't even drink beer and that shit.
How much more MAGA can you get?
Hey, let's take politics out of it, or we gonna fight.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Republican. Calm down.
All right,
You already
good.
got the red,
All right.
white, and blue ropes. You know.
Well, usually when that
good.
comes up, that means something different.
But yeah. So, what do you think of Tony
I love
Storm
it.
AEW, Larry.
What was that?
Tony Storm.
I think it's awful.
You don't like Tony Storm?
Nope.
Oh man.
I finally watched the match from the most recent pay-per-view.
Revolution.
Yeah, I'm torn because the match was good, a decent match. It was a little hard to watch at spots, but I don't like the fake accent she puts on. I don't like the 1940s. I don't like her gimmick at all right now. I can't get.
I love the cheesiness
if
of
they
her.
did the gimmick where Luther and everybody else is like, this girl's crazy and we're just playing along, then she could be living in her ulterior world. But you can't have somebody be Tony Storm, disappear, come back with amnesia, and without anything to cause the amnesia to go away, now she's playing a part. There are so many holes in AEW storylines that they don't fit, they don't work, they don't make sense. It's that way. There's so many things that Tony Khan writes that he starts, he doesn't finish. You said a lot of that about Vince. Vince did a lot of that shit. You know,
and I feel that's my biggest issue with AEW right now is it's hard to follow anything that's going on. I feel like it's just watching a train wreck for 2 hours. An entertaining train wreck, I'll give them that. It's not like, oh, I can't watch this shit. It's horrible to watch. The matches, some of them are phenomenal. I think Will Ospreay is one of the best current wrestlers out there right now.
I think Will Ospreay was a lot better before he bulked up in New Japan to go to light heavyweight. He moved a lot better, had a wider move set.
Well, and Ian mentioned that in the interview he did with Van Vliet, that he can't do a lot of those moves now because he put on like 30, 40 pounds of actual muscle. And when he did that, he don't get the movement. He don't get the momentum. He's not Ricochet no more.
Isn't he also 8 years older?
Yeah, he mentioned the age factor too in that same interview. Yeah.
And from all the stuff he's done
already,
he's up his body.
Yeah.
And he can't do that stuff.
He's still doing Spanish flies to take views off of cages.
It's like AJ Styles.
When you talk about anything physical, if you've done it your whole life, you'll always be able to do it. It may not look as good. You know, when you're 24 years old, you're hitting a 98 mile an hour fastball in the pros. But by the time you're 40 and you've played 162 games for 10 years, and you've played in the playoffs, and you've done all this stuff, your body breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't catch up to that 98 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah.
Now you got to make the bat lighter. You got to get closer to the plate. You got to make all these cheats to try to keep up with what you were doing because your bar was so high. You know, when you do.
Oh, I feel that, man. In my 20s, I could drink beer, eat pizza, wake up, do a full PT, not worry about it, train hardcore. Dude, I'm 36 now, which ain't even super old, man. If I don't drink a gallon and a half of water after a workout and take my vitamins like Hulk Hogan told me to, I say my prayers and shit, and I still wake up hurt as fuck.
Steroids? Aren't those the vitamins you're talking about? Steroids?
I'd be a lot fucking bigger if that was the case.
Hey, be a lot poorer too.
I like my pre-workout. I'm not gonna lie. I do like my pre-workout, but that's about the extent of my actual supplements outside of just my multivitamin.
Me too. I like my HGH and shit. There's my multivitamin right there.
Kind of had to help myself out a little bit.
You can't see it. Your screen's all messed up.
I was gonna say your green screen. All I could see was like the top of the bottle there.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like you was talking about, like HGH and roids and shit. You know, some supplements help a little bit when you're up in age around 40.
That's called Florida water.
Florida water.
That's crazy.
That's called the Florida water.
I got some of the Florida water, I guess.
Oh man. But yeah, honestly, I've been liking. I like the character of Tony Storm. I think it's really fucking entertaining. I like the promos she cuts. I like the commentary she didn't mean to cut because she didn't realize.
You just like her ass.
Oh, I love her ass. But that has nothing to do with the fact that I love.
I think that's what it is, Jay.
It's not though. It's not. I'm a sucker.
She strikes a certain fetish. She's got that 1940s vibe with the curly blonde hair and the accent and the style. She is a fetish gimmick right now.
I don't like her.
And a lot of fans in AEW really like her.
All 10 of them in the audience.
Like what it was, 2000.
Wait a minute.
Like 2000. Let's give him credit. It was like 2000.
2000. My bad.
Hold on.
With the toy ring that they can put in their backyard.
It's about all the AEW fans at home, if you get what I'm saying.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just say this because I don't.
Hey, I'll gladly
have nothing
take
against
that pin because
dude, keep your hands hidden from me. I don't want to see them again.
But yeah, I just like.
You said you got baby hands, bro.
I like, man. I got some soft hands.
I got baby hands.
Yeah.
But if you look close enough, one hand's bigger than the other from hitting people for so long.
That's this knuckle right here, the middle one. Right, boulder.
That look like a marble on your hand, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a few spurs in my right hand myself.
I'm gonna have arthritis in the next 10 years. I know it. Carpal tunnel, one or the other. Dude, it's gotten to the point, man. I was playing Call of Duty like a week ago, dude. And like I'm getting to the point where stupid shit now that I'm getting older starts to hurt. Running on Call of Duty, I gotta push down on the joystick. That my thumb got fucking sore. I had to exit out of a zombie match because the pain in my thumb was unbearable. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Your ass need to get one of them damn hand things and just put it in there and just like just so you can keep it like.
I was thinking about buying some of those padded Joy-Cons you can put on. I'm like, I need some comfort now. I need some ergonomics.
Ergonomics is crazy.
That's
but yeah, what else? Who else was I thinking of in AEW to talk about? Oh, the shenanigan finish to that contender match. How did Ricochet?
I didn't watch it this week. If I watch it, it's bits and pieces online. I can go on Max, but by the time I get a chance to on Thursday night, anything important's already come across the feed. And
is there anything you can pull that up, Celeb? Can you?
What was that?
Can
With
you
me promoting all the shows I'm doing, I don't have time to watch that.
To the AEW Dynamite, the contender match where where Speedball Bailey and Ricochet both got the win in the pin.
I think AEW's best chance is to sign Cocaine.
That would be great. I love that gimmick, crazy gimmick. I'm a sucker for the gimmicky stuff, man.
Dude, I'm a hillbilly. I am a gimmick.
He is a and why do you think I like him so much?
My gimmick is believable.
I mean,
wait, you said cocaine and nigga that go up and be like, he get the baggie.
Yeah, dressed like a white cane.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that would
AEW signs him. It's all over.
Yeah, that would go real well.
Love him too, won't they?
Yeah, I don't
so we're talking about Beast Mortis. Is that the one we're looking for?
No. That was a good finish too, though. That was the that was his debut where he did his little.
Okay. So Mike Bailey versus who?
It was the Dynasty.
He wrestled Joe Mama. Joe Mama.
He probably would have.
It was.
He's getting paid by Tony Khan. He's getting good money. He'll wrestle whoever.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly. Yeah, we found out the
going
other
against
day.
Ricochet.
We found out Ricochet and him got the pin on. I can't think of the big.
Was it Cassidy?
I think he was one of the people in the match, but he's not.
Orange was it Orange Cassidy? Was it Ricochet versus Mike Bailey versus Mark Davis versus Orange Cassidy?
Yes,
Oh my Lord.
that's what it was.
That's
Is that the match where with Orange Cassidy and the other guy did that shit with their hands in their pockets? Both of them?
Yeah,
Because that was stupid.
yeah. Speedball Bailey put his hands behind his back.
I would love for someone to try to fight me with their hands in their pockets.
Yeah,
I think that's the dumbest thing. I don't mind Orange Cassidy, but when he does that thing when he puts his hands in his, I'd much rather see him do the little toe tap that he does there, which is just as stupid.
Take it right to the finish if you can. Take it right to the shenanigan finish.
Oh my! Oh wow! I'm having headaches.
Oh, right here. So here we go.
Oh my God. Wow. Picking Orange Cassidy up by the ankles, but right now inside the ring, Davis counters, reverses Bailey. Big punt by Bailey.
A meteor.
The back flipping knee drop. All the oxygen just left the lungs of Mark Davis. And now Speedball, maybe thinking that time adventure. But no. Oh, nasty heel kick. And now Bailey looking for the backslide here in the corner.
Shenanigans.
Davis, though, too big. And wait a second, Ricochet.
Oh my God! What the fuck was that?
Wait a second, look at the pin. I don't know. Ricochet's feet were. Everyone cheated.
Yeah.
I don't normally say this because there's a lot of weird positions you see in wrestling, but that was fucking gay.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
His hand was literally, if he'd have stuck his tongue out, he'd have given the guy a hard on.
Bro.
Well, I mean,
Maybe. Not necessarily.
Bro, he did. He looked.
His eyes were open. He knew who it was.
His eyes were open.
Fuck. That's exactly
I'm sure it don't smell like Samantha either.
What the fuck? Travis Brown, my homie, said, "What the fuck?" That's facts. Like, whoa. All right, look.
Okay, aside, don't take it back. Do not take it back. No.
See how much room there was in that pile driver?
A lot, yeah.
All kinds of room.
There's a lot of room.
The shenanigans of that finish, though.
His head was most definitely protected in that. Got me, brother.
Picking Orange Cassidy up by the ankles inside the ring. Davis
And of course, they pinned the biggest guy in the match by far.
Right.
Big punt by Bailey. Oh, no. The back flipping knee drop. All the oxygen just left the lungs of Mark Davis. And now Speedball, maybe thinking that time adventure.
I think Ricochet thought it was a tag team match there for a second.
That's what I thought he was tagging him like.
Nasty heel kick.
I thought he was going to pick him up for a Rory special there. And I'm like, this is the way
Like,
he did it.
what the?
2, 3.
Ricochet looked down and went, that's not Samantha.
Yeah. He didn't need to look. All he had to do was smell.
Bruh. Does anybody even like say anything about this? Like, does anyone else feel like the same way?
Oh no, I remember watching it when I first watched it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a very terrible position. I don't know why he chose. I don't know why he.
You know
chose
what? For all the different ways that they try to get into 3-ways, at least that one made sense.
It's no worse than Gunther doing the Rhea Ripley to pin people.
So you think that finish was legit? Like
Of course.
That both
The ref hadn't started counting yet, so
He didn't even start counting until they both had him in a pin. That's what I was kind of looking for, to see if maybe there was a one before Ricochet got into it, but he waited.
He waited.
I wanted to get your opinion on that because that's exactly what
I mean, obviously it was supposed to end that way, but in my opinion, normally a ref would stop right there. Be like, oh, you're both pinning him. Like, you both can't be the winner.
Yeah.
I've seen much worse. It was done correctly. It was done well. The fact that it took 2 people plus the ropes to pin him is hilarious to me, but he still had to cheat on top of being the second person to do it.
Valid.
I don't know, man. That was just kind of.
Mark Davis should be like beating up everybody in the world with that. You know, dude, look at that. Took 400 pounds of people and ropes and all this stuff to beat me. I should be getting more matches.
I lost a lot of hope with AEW when they completely butchered the Wardlow After he beat MJF, he was the most over superstar in that whole entire locker room. And then they sent him jobbing.
Dude, they
anyone
have
else?
buried everybody once they've gotten him over.
Yo, celeb, could you
Unless you're Chris Jericho.
could you situate the
That's
screen?
because Chris Jericho has Tony Khan's ear.
I see
They
traffic.
hate him. The fans hate him. And it's not a good guy, bad guy hate.
It's a go away hate, without a doubt.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had his time, and I don't think he just understands, bro, you are past your time. There was a time he was one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. He's just not there no more. It's not his fault. Age happens to all of us.
But the problem is he has worked with all these young guys, and you notice he starts to work with them once they're over. And you also notice that when he's done working with them, they're never as high to the crowd as they were before they were with him.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody.
I've noticed with
everybody. MJF took a year and a half to come back from that to get back to where he got. Everybody that ever worked with Chris Jericho comes out worse for working with Chris Jericho.
Well,
without a doubt.
To what he said, if you hear what
he's
he
a
said,
liar.
Dave Van Vliet.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
and I got land to sell you underneath the bridge. You want to buy it?
That's exactly what he said. He was like, anybody that's ever wrestled with me,
he's a liar.
Yeah, man. I
name one. Remember when he put over? Remember when he put over Andretti? And then they didn't see him for 2 months.
And then he went to WWE, and now they don't know what to do with him either. Which is a shame because he's a phenomenal athlete. He's got the look, he's got the build, he's got the skill set, but he can't get over.
I'm talking about somebody different. Who was the Who was the guy that beat Jericho? The smaller guy. I can't remember his name.
What?
He teamed with for a while. He teamed with Darius and he was part of Top. He was with Top Flight for a while. You know who I'm talking about? The shorter one, not Leo Rush, but the other one. The other one got a win over Jericho, and Jericho, see, I got him over, blah, blah, blah. And then you didn't see him on television for 3 months. That really got him over, didn't it? I can't remember who it was.
I can't think of it either.
But there was 4 of them. There was Top Flight when they all started wearing the pilots shirts and stuff. When they did that gimmick for about a month and a half, there were 4 of them. It was Darius and his brother, Leo Rush, and then this other kid, Mark Andretti or something like. I can't remember what his name was, but I worked with him and I put him over. Yeah, and then they buried him. They didn't. Whenever I work with somebody and I want to give them the rub, I make sure they continue to get the rub from other people. It's not one match and they don't see you again. No one that's ever worked with him has ever come out better, ever, since he's been over there. They put the title on him in the first spot because he was the one that everybody knew.
Kind of like John Cena in the last 5 years.
What was that?
Say kind of like John Cena in the last 5 years.
John Cena hasn't won a match in like 3 years.
Yeah, and who's beaten him that's done anything after?
He's not there. He's not even there.
I know.
No. John Cena is not a regular part of the business. Chris Jericho is a regular part of the business. John Cena, whether they book him wrong afterwards, has nothing to do with John Cena.
I get that.
Is making a movie. He's not contacting Triple H and go, make sure you bury that kid. He's waiting for the next spot when you're going to use him again.
I mean, I guess you can't really blame Theory on John Cena so much as that's more Triple H because, I mean, Vince was in charge when Cena put Theory over. And Theory, I thought for sure was a surefire world champion by now with the way Vince was pushing him. And then out of nowhere, dude, he just got squashed by Jey Uso in less than 30 seconds.
But the reason for that was because Vince pushed him so hard and people weren't ready for it. So the backlash when Vince is not booking is going to come back to get him for when he was booking. That has nothing to do with Cena.
Yeah, true.
Makes sense.
I'll give you that.
You know, it's not like I said. He's gone. He comes back whenever to do whatever. You know, but he never won a match for 4 years or some damn thing.
Up until Elimination Chamber, yep.
Yeah. And now they're doing it because you know what? It tells a hell of a story.
Yeah.
I don't like the heel turn, but it tells a hell of a story.
I'm so in the middle on the heel turn. I want to be all about it. I want him to be more vicious. If he's going to be the opposite of John Cena babyface, he's got to be the worst despicable wrestler on the roster for it to work. And it's
Those
just
promos are heel. Those are straight out heel. There is no innuendo. There is nothing else. You don't have to be vicious to be a heel. You just have to believe why you went that way.
Right.
If the heel believes why he went that way, he can get it over. If you don't believe it, you can't do it.
Oh, I'm not saying he didn't get it over because I do believe he definitely got his heel turn over. I'm saying personally, for me, I want more viciousness.
You will.
It's hard to do that with his part-time schedule because you're not seeing him every week. He's not giving these promos and burying names or anything like that like you would expect a vicious heel to do.
Right
You know
now,
what I think he could
he's
do?
on TV every week.
But you know what I think he also could do? Because I mean, we're in that world, bruh. You have cameramen, which you are. You have people who are creating content around you. Do one of these regular promos, like you're out, you know, you're just out there, and I just want to cut a promo against Cody Rhodes. Let me go ahead and hit record. Let's go ahead and edit this out, and then put it on my, you know, my X or something like that, or send it to the
Like the
WWE.
final boss.
Right, and you know, like that, and let's get them intrigued on what I'm saying and doing. Yeah, I may be here, but I'm gonna say this so that it gets you there, so it can still reach you.
That's
And I'm
honestly
gonna reach
one thing that AEW did magnificently when they first started was being the elite. That had everyone drawn in on YouTube.
Well, when AEW first started, they were doing everything right. They were the first year or so. I was a big fan of AEW. Not everything, but they were doing a lot of things right back then because WWE wasn't doing as hard as it could be. Then you ran into the COVID era, which was just fucked up for everybody. But they I don't know, man.
the face chat crowd was crazy in pandemic times. The face
but
chat.
that was a pretty good.
I
idea.
always wanted to be one of those TV faces, but I could never figure out how to apply.
Did you see the Chris Benoit picture that was put up?
Yeah,
No.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. And they had to black it out, like they blacked the screen on that portion.
Oh
that
my
person,
god! I
yeah.
can't believe I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. No, I don't know how I missed that one.
Yeah, that came out pretty. That came out kind of edgy. They buried him from history, but yet he made television.
Woodage84 says AEW brought edginess back, but didn't aim it towards anything.
There's no direction.
Look,
Exactly.
Yo, so y'all want to see?
Death match for death match means nothing.
Woodage84 also posted a comment a little bit ago. He said he thinks that he can see Cody Rhodes beating Cena at WrestleMania and Cena beating him one of the weeks following. But I kind of disagree with that.
I think it's opposite. I think Cena wins it, doesn't hold it very long at all, and loses it almost instantly just so that he has 17.
Final boss shenanigans will be at play.
Because no one wants a part-time champion. I'm just going to say it. Give him 17. Congratulations. Like, good on you. You deserve it. But
Right now, there is no part-time champion because they don't do house shows. All there is television. And you have seen Cena make more than he's missed since he came. When he comes back, he's been back since before the Royal Rumble. And how many weeks off has he taken off since then?
right, and he's scheduled like close to, I think it was like between 30 and 40 appearances. So
Oh, you found it.
So 30 or 40. I mean, that means he's on television every other week. That's not part-time. That means people are going to be waiting to hear from him.
no fucking way. They really did it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's because they didn't have a picture of him in his wrestling gear.
How did someone that get past somebody? And how did like someone just happen to be watching TV and go, "Oh my God, it's Chris Benoit in the crowd"?
I mean, if you're a wrestling
was gonna
fan,
see it.
I was gonna say if you're a wrestling fan, that's a hard.
I was never looking at the fucking TV screens.
That's a hard face to miss right there.
Bruh, that is.
He's also smiling.
Why does he almost look like me?
He didn't smile too much at the end.
It looks like you guys could be cousins, bro.
I know. Someone come knock one of my teeth out. The opposite side though, so they know I'm not him.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, yeah. So I got another question for you, cousin Larry. What are your thoughts on the situation between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens?
It's a classic build-up. I mean, Triple H, for the fact that he learned everything from Vince and the other people in those offices, and he was a wrestler, so he understands booking. You know, he doesn't have to book everything, but he's the overseer of everything. And you know, the ins and the fact that wrestlers can get in that ring without anybody is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Happens all the time and no one ever notices it. That's how good they are at that stuff. You know, all the back. This is phenomenal. This is what business needs. This is two guys taking pot shots at each other, and there's no rhyme or reason. You don't think they're coming in for. You think somebody might be coming in from the back. That means they're coming in from the front. They're playing with everybody. It's all mind games. Everything that it is classic buildup. They are doing. There are so many people. Hopefully, Hunter has more wrestlers in his war room than writers. If he wants writers, cool, go write a promo. But if he's got, you know, when Vince had, you know, Pat Patterson in the locker room, he had finishes. When he had, you know, and the fact that there's so many. Triple H is a master of the history. He's watched so many, you know, he's always studied the old stuff. When he was wrestling, he studied the old stuff. So when you find this stuff that works, it's new again because no one's seen it since '74.
Right.
You know, you see all this stuff and you can take everything, twist it, and make it your own. Right. And they have an unlimited budget to succeed at whatever they want to do. I'm surprised no one's come up from under the ring yet.
No, that's a really good point.
I mean, no one's come up from under the ring in forever.
In years, yeah.
I think that the Kevin and Randy match has the potential to steal the show. I truly do. I think it's going to be a phenomenal match.
Any match with either of those
exactly
is money.
As long as it's you know, as long as they're able to put it together, a little bit of oversight as compared to one guy dominating, you know. Right.
If we don't see a punt kick, we riot though.
Yeah, you probably won't see a punt kick.
Oh, without a doubt.
You excuse me. You'll see the attempt.
Oh, for sure.
More than once.
Because of the pile driver. They're playing up the pile driver's ruthlessness so bad that if he don't go for a punt kick, I mean, that's going to be kind of the equivalent.
Right. But they're both going to try each of them. I bet you Orton goes for the pile driver. I bet you Owens is going to go for the kick.
Ah, and man, that Alabama slam into a ladder must have hurt so fucking bad.
That was brutal.
That was nasty, bro.
Brutal bump.
And then his head still stuck in between the rungs, and he's just kind of laying there, hunched over. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Hug his face all up.
Him and Sammy put on a hell of a fucking match too. They always do, and I get that they always do. But
I've been doing this a long time. I hit my friends harder than people I don't know or people I hate.
Right.
You can get away with it.
They can take it.
No. You know you can get away with it. They're not going to be pissed at you for it.
Right. They ain't going to think you're shooting.
Because the first rule is protect your opponent.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And you cool, it's all on. I'm gonna make sure I don't hit you here and I don't hit you there, but we're gonna hit the shit out of each other. And it's nothing personal because you're friends, you know nothing personal. When there's animosity, it's because people think it's personal.
That's why they need to break DIY up, because they're having a hard time getting them over. Put Johnny Gargano and Ciampa in the ring against each other. You want to get them fucking over. They beat the piss out of each other.
They do.
Their NXT matches to this day are some of my favorite NXT matches to rewatch.
Yeah.
Ciampa's a beast, man. I've known
Ciampa, dude. One of my favorite, most underrated superstars currently on the roster, dude. I love Tommaso Ciampa.
The problem is he's attached to Gargano.
Yeah.
He's better by himself.
I think they both would be better as single talent.
I'm not a Gargano guy. It's one mood, it's one look.
I agree. I do. I have a hard time, and I've always had a hard time getting behind the Johnny Wrestling. I think his wife's got more potential than he does.
Damn.
His wife in the Indies, I don't know if you ever watched Candice LeRae before she went to WWE, but she's one of the best in-ring workers WWE has on the female roster.
That's true.
And she's so underutilized, it's crazy.
Gargano's a great worker, but he has no expression. In the wrestling business, this is how you sell tickets. It's not with your back, it's with your face.
Put him back with Theory. That's the only time I liked Gargano, was when he was playing like trying to be tough guy, but he's only 100 pounds, and Theory played an absolute idiot so perfectly. That was the gimmick for Theory if he wanted to be heel. He was a heel and comedy act, and his run in NXT is still his best run, in my opinion, in WWE. He played the dumb jock, and he is such a good dumb jock. Because he's that guy you want to be stupid, because he's built like a Greek god. His face looks like a Greek god. You want him to be stupid because you have to have something over it.
Yep.
Man, imagine to dip into the indie scene a little bit. I got to see Cousin Larry wrestle for the first time last night at Limitless Wrestling's Bissell Brothers Bash. And really fun time, really huge crowd.
It's over 1,000 people last night.
Right, and that was with Zilla not showing up. That was with Zilla Fatu getting injured and not showing up. Imagine how many more people would have been packed in that building.
There were 900 pre-sold, and there still did over 100 people walk up.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I've been to some indie shows in this state where I might have been the only one in the crowd, so that's phenomenal.
It was such a
Randy Carver does an excellent job.
Yeah, shout out to Randy Carver, man, because that show was awesome.
I've known Randy since he was 18 when he started running Limitless. Just a kid. He's only 28 now. He's still a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Speaking of that, Jay, I'm sorry, man. I've been so sick the past week. I never reached out to Desiree to see what she could do.
You're good.
Fucking up until this morning, I've been sick as a dog.
Oh no, you're good. I ended up figuring it out. I was just I was trying to get seated tickets, and all the people that were posting on Limitless Wrestling on the Bristol,
they were all sold out days in advance.
Right, and all the people that were posting in the comments were scammers on fake profiles.
Yeah. Yeah. There were 600 chairs that they had rented, and Randy had 150 of his own, and that gave him 750 seats to sell, and they did another 250 standing room. And the building's big enough, you could have put another 600 or 700 in there. That place was going for 2,500 people.
God, the last live show I went to was not this past December, but the December before, when WWE came down. That was fun. Portland it was? Yeah. Paid like $600 a ticket for the VIP experience, and all I got was this stupid fucking chair.
Where was this?
Right in Portland.
Portland, Maine?
Yeah.
Oh, you come to Gino's?
Gino's?
Yeah.
I don't know Portland super well, to be honest with you.
You know where the State Theater is?
Yep.
Okay. If the State Theater is on your right, like you're heading toward the airport.
Yep.
About 4 or 5 places down is a place called Gino's Rock Club.
I'm wondering if we performed. No, I can't remember where. I know we performed in Portland a year ago, but I can't remember the name of the fucking bar for the life of me.
This place is the old porn theater. Used to be called the Fine Arts Cinema. And I put on 5 shows a year in that place. And it is nuts. My ring is 16 foot. I got fire code on both sides. And I got that much room to play with. That's how narrow the room is. And it is a theater. You go through the double doors and you got about 25 feet. You got a foot of stairs, 12 feet, a foot of stairs, and 12 feet to the stage. And that's where you have to play original music. You can't play covers because that way they don't have to deal with all the licenses and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, we only do original music.
Yeah, and we do, what I do is I book a metal band. I don't book them. I got a guy that books them because I don't know the scene. And they play from 8:30 to 9. Wrestling goes on at 9. We do 3 matches. The band plays intermission. We do the other 3 matches, 8:30 to 11. And I'm raising the prices $2 a piece to a whole $12.
I will definitely have to check that out.
And
absolutely.
It is crazy in there. It is standing room only.
Even better. Who wants to sit down during a wrestling event?
But you're right on the stage. It's phenomenal atmosphere. I'm limited at 180.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. You said who wants to sit down at a wrestling event? Only time I want to sit down at a wrestling event is if I'm eating some of them nachos because they got some of the best nachos at the wrestling events. Bro,
dude, I had security keep fucking yelling at me when I went to watch WWE because I was trying to. I didn't even have a phone in my hand. I was just trying to stand up and watch because I'm only 5'8", bro. I'm a short motherfucker, and the guy in front of me was like 6'5", dude. And I'm like doing this just to try to. And
you're 5'8".
I couldn't. The ring was fucking up.
You're 5'8". You're still taller than him.
I guess I'm the second tallest in this damn group. Damn.
I would show my ID on the stream, but
everyone says for someone who's so passionate about wrestling, why did you do MMA instead? I was like, because I'm 5'8".
There's nowhere for you to actually get your height and weight measured for your ID. You tell them, so you could tell them whatever you want.
That's valid.
Yeah, I know it is.
Against the wall.
No, you don't.
I might not even be 5'8" anymore, dude. I've had so many fucking bumps on my back from fighting and roofing my whole life. I'm probably 5'6".
So anyway, this place here, it is rowdy as can be. It is all hipsters. The good part about that is they're afraid to be touched. They were afraid to touch, but they know they're safe. So they can say whatever the fuck they want. And they get loud, like deafening loud.
Unless Alberto Del Rio is wrestling.
Yeah, but I wouldn't hire him. I have wrestled in front of thousands at a time. Okay. And this place is as loud as anything I've ever wrestled in.
The smaller crowds are louder, man. I'm a performer, musician myself, and I've performed in front of 2,000-3,000 people at these big mud run events. But give me a crowd of 100 people that all want to hear your music over a 2,000 person crowd any day. Any day.
Though, you're doing a mud run, which means that you're outside. So the music, this is what happens to everything. I'm in a building with 4 walls and a ceiling, and it can't go anywhere. And it is just obnoxious. It is crazy how loud it is. It is absolutely nuts in there. If you go to one show, you'll never not go.
I'm definitely interested, without a doubt. It's a little bit of a drive, but I'd make it.
Next one's May 9th. Don't be past 8:30 because you'll be waiting in line. Last time, there were 70 people that were waiting outside for over an hour to get in. And until we stopped taking, whatever, it was down to the last half hour. There was still 30 or 40 people outside waiting to get in.
Well, I'm good friends with Bojack and Cam Diego Hill. So they live out here where I'm at. So
who?
Yeah. Diego Hill.
The 2 dudes that wrestled Swipe Right last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're
Swipe Right.
Yeah.
There are a couple of WWE ID guys.
Yeah, they are WWID guys. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Signed to WWE.
Oh, hey, pretty, what you doing?
The new program.
Want to come say hi? What's wrong?
Like that is that's
your backer. It's Daddy or Robert. Wait on,
man. And I would love to come out there one time and just see everything and meet everybody.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Where are you at?
I'm in North Carolina.
Diego.
Oh, Jesus.
That's right. You in the mountains? Are you in Kakalaki or just Carolina?
No, I'm Greensboro, so I'm in the Triad. So I'm
All right. So that means you're not part of the mountain people.
no. Okay. I've never met
Dude,
those
I'm
people.
telling you, you go down there to the people in the mountains and they say it's North Kakalaki. If you're not from the mountains of South Carolina, they all go, "What do you mean? What the hell is that?" Oh, yeah. Anybody that's up in the mountains, it's North Kakalaki.
I actually heard that before.
It's
Hey, yo, Jay. I don't know, man, but I don't know if you noticed, but bro, I've been watching your background for like the last 5 minutes, and your door has been like opening and closing. I swear to God.
I don't think so, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest. I got that bitch fucking ghetto rigged with some duct tape right now, so it can open.
He got her cooking and cleaning and
You got
doing all
somebody
that
in there,
stuff.
man. I knew it, man.
Yeah, I guess we
But yeah, so you said Zilla Fatu.
Look behind you, it's open. It's behind you open.
So you said Zilla Fatu was supposed to be in attendance. That would have been a
My mom will be home soon.
huge,
He's at the hospital right now.
of ovation for him to be there. Part of the bloodline like that. That's
he said he's gonna
Don't worry about it.
make his rounds back around this way and show up.
He's just not feeling good.
Future event.
When is your next big event out there, Larry?
I run smaller shows. My stuff is way more babyface versus heel, old school, tell a story. Limitless is more of the super indie, lots of spots.
Y'all ever want a local celebrity with quite a good following to take a bump? Hit me up. I'll do it all day. Put me through a fucking table again. I don't care.
Where did you train?
I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu my whole life, 2-time state champion wrestler. I did backyard wrestling. I've never trained in actual professional wrestling, but me and my buddies used to do stupid shit in our backyards that we probably shouldn't have fucking done.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my training.
I think I'm the only one in the state that is a pro wrestler that didn't wrestle in the backyard. I was trained in a backyard, but I have never been backyard.
And I know how to take a solid bump. I mean, obviously with jiu-jitsu and everything else, I mean, you learn how to land hard.
Do you bump or roll?
Huh?
Do you bump or roll when you're going backwards?
I bump.
Bump, okay.
Slap the mat, try to distribute my weight.
Different ones do different things. It's a lot of guys. I roll through. I go, well, you won't be able to roll on this stuff, dude. I look at the best part. I have no ass, so I can literally bump from my ass crack to the back of my neck. The bigger your ass, the more you got to get your feet out of the way, or you got about this much room to land on. So I've been able to do it for 26 years because I'm still doing it. Like I said, my body's built for bumping. I don't do it much, but I can whenever I want. It's a crazy thing because we beat the shit out of each other. We lay shit in and we walk out back and laugh about it. It's the funniest shit in the world.
Hey, man, I can't think of one MMA match that I haven't walked out befriending the guy on Facebook and shaking hands and talking about rematch openly. I mean, when you do it for sport and you don't do it to hurt somebody, you don't really know the guy. You're not out there trying to kill him. You're just out there trying to make him tap or knock his ass out.
Yeah.
You get up, you shake hands. That's why, like I was talking to Jay about it earlier, I don't like street fighting. I'll do everything in the world to walk away from a physical altercation that's not controlled. Because you don't know what they have. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what they're going to pull out. But if you put me in a ring with a referee, it's a whole nother ballgame. It's a sport. To me, it's no different than playing a game of basketball with your buddies.
Facts.
It's a little bit more painful, but to me, it's legitimately the same thing. Win or lose, I'm going to shake your hand after.
Facts.
Yeah.
You might forget something like, you know what I mean? But you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
A little dose of CT won't hurt nobody.
Nah.
No, fuck no.
You see what happened.
Probably why I've had headaches for 20 years.
You know, you see what
So
happened with Chris Benoit. Everything is good.
I put on shows all over the state. In April, I'm doing Skip's Bar. Chris must know where Skip's Bar is in Buxton. Oh, you're not
I
from around?
performed there. We did our album release party there.
Okay. Yeah,
Skip's
do
Lounge. I
shows in
love
there.
that place.
What I do in that place is I shut off all the lights except for the one row next to the front door, turn off all the lights, and I bring in a spotlight that I hang from the ceiling.
Over
So
the
it looks like
ring.
the old school 70s and 80s when you went to the house shows. Because this is a fact. If the lights are down, fans make more response.
Yeah, because there's less.
They're not embarrassed to be seen by somebody else. Look at that guy over there doing that stuff.
Right.
Ever since they went to Raw tapings, they don't get up and yell. They may go, yeah, but they still don't do that as much as they used to. In the old days, before Raw, whenever they did it, other than a TV taping, house shows got more reaction because the crowd was blackened out, so they had no one to worry about making a fool in front of anybody by. So I bring it back to that one on that little bit in that little building with a 16-foot ring in it, Chris. Last show we had 80 people and half of them were kids. So it was a decent little crowd.
That's cool.
I got a 16 by 16 foot ring in there, plus 2-3 feet around it for safety, and I love it. I live a mile and a half from there. You know, I do a show. Let's see, what else am I doing? I'm doing Gino's on May 9th. I'm doing a fundraiser at Lake Region High School May 3rd. I'm doing a fundraiser at Mount Ararat High School May 31st.
And
I'm doing a
everybody that's
fundraiser
watching
at
this
Doubletree
podcast,
Hotel in Salt
You got that's dope.
June 23rd.
Fuck yeah.
hold
I
on a
got
second,
shows,
though.
and that's before fair season. When fair season starts, when I really make money, because I don't care who shows up, I get paid.
Now, everybody that's watching this right now on my podcast, on my Facebook, whatever, this is in Maine. So if you guys are anywhere in Maine,
Hold on. I'm a hillbilly.
Take a black marker. Get rid of a few of them teeth.
I could take out my partial, but I don't want to.
But yeah, anybody watching this that wants to link up, and see some really good, indie wrestling in Maine, you got Limitless, you got Cousin Larry. Go out there and show your support. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what kind of wrestling you like, Maine has it.
Dude, we had the midget wrestling open for us at one of our bigger events a couple years ago. I'd say not big, one of the smallest wrestling rings I've ever seen. It fit on a music stage, but it was some of the coolest shit that I've ever fucking seen.
And no, I'm not in Maine. I'm in North Carolina. Everybody else on the podcast right now is in Maine.
Who was with us? I think Afro Man was with us that weekend.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh yeah, we worked with Afro Man, Bubba Sparks, Trapped. Holy shit, we've been on stage with a lot of bigger name artists.
You said Afro Man, and I know a wrestler named Astro Man. I'm like, how did you know him? he's from the Dominican and wrestled in Puerto Rico, and he lives in Massachusetts. I'm like, that's a
I do got a friend named Desiree who's big into the Maine indie scene. I would be surprised if you haven't seen her at a few of your shows. Little short fucking redhead.
I'm sure I have. I'm the ring rental for Limitless. I put on 35 shows a year. I'm there's 2 rings in the state that travel, and I'm one of them.
That's awesome.
He's a big reason the independent scene in pro wrestling is still alive.
For a while,
I will 100% be sure to make it.
For a while, I was the only traveling ring in the state.
Yeah.
So anybody that wanted to run, I made sure, and I still sit there with my book because I'm old. I use the little black book with a calendar in it. Phone, no way, it takes too long. And I make sure everybody has a day to run. You want to run? No, right. That somebody else is running that day. How about seeing if you can get that day? Because I want everyone to run all over the state. Maine's as big as the rest of New England, and there's regular wrestling from Presque Isle runs 5 or 6 times a year. Bangor runs, a bunch down east, mid coast, central Maine. There's wrestling everywhere. Whatever kind of wrestling you like, you're going to be able to find it somewhere in the state.
Yeah,
People don't realize that about Maine. We're a very big combat sports state, all the way around.
yeah.
Boxing was huge forever. Still,
I
the
hear it all the time.
Portland Boxing Club is pretty big when they do their stuff for their amateur boxing nights and stuff.
I mean, I can name
your boy
3
Jey.
UFC fighters without even thinking that are from Maine.
Yeah.
You got Tim Sylvia, Marcus Davis, and Tim Bosch.
Yep.
But
I think there's a couple more too.
The first two have probably been gone longer than these guys have been.
Man, I used to love watching Sylvia fight. Just don't get him on the ground.
No,
I'm 39
I was
years
always
old, so I
amazed
used
at
to
how
watch
much
Tim
weight he
Sylvia.
lost because he had to be
Him, the
huge.
Maniac Sylvia.
Because of all the
I'm
skin he
huge
had.
man.
You're 39 years old, bro. Where'd you
39
find the fountain of youth, you fucking asshole? I'm 36 and look twice your age.
Bro, I don't drink like nothing. I don't smoke nothing.
No shit. Fucking awesome.
Like, I don't eat no.
I don't drink. I smoke my weed, but I mean, I got 4 kids. I got to have my weed.
I smoke if it's
Yeah, I
good,
smoke
because out here in North Carolina it is trash.
Oh, Maine don't have that issue. I promise you.
Oh, I know. I hear it
Wait a
all the
minute.
time
Is
from this
it
guy over
legal
here.
in North Carolina?
Hell no, it's decriminalized.
That's why it
though.
sucks. I don't do it, but that's why it sucks in North Carolina because it ain't legal.
That's exactly why it sucks, man. I'm trying to get this man to send me a package. He always talking about it, but he never send me nothing.
I got a funny story.
Mama's going to be home in like 10 minutes. She's getting ready to
I
leave
used
right
to
now,
do
okay?
between 130 and 180 a show, which
You
still
want
isn't
some
a bad
juice?
show.
Right.
You want your Mankey? I'll go get your
started
Mankey.
2 years ago hanging posters in all the weed shops.
That's dope.
Nice.
I
That's
leave
like-
for 10 minutes and you guys got a train going across the living room floor?
That's like 25 weed shops that I would hit.
Damn.
Okay, it's been like an hour. My bad.
25 weed shops with posters. I went from 130 to 180. My
Wait, it's
lowest
legal in
one
Maine?
since then, huh?
It's
Yeah.
legal out there?
I told you that, bro. It's recreational out
We're
here.
recreationally legal, not just medical. Like I have a store down the road. I walk in, show my ID, and buy weed.
I wish it was like that out here. It used to be like that when I used to live on the West Coast, man.
People that love weed love wrestling.
I
My
sure
ticket,
do.
my attendance at Geno's went from 130 to 180 to 200. This is my smallest crowd, which is still technically a sellout. This last show, I did 270 people in a building that only allows 180 at a time.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
You had people playing chicken in there.
Yeah,
Stacking shoulders to watch that
Oh, yeah.
wrestling.
it's funny. I come out and the crowd does this. They just, Larry's coming.
Yeah. You had quite the little following last night.
I didn't know how many people were gonna know me but I'm also the ring guy.
Right.
Yeah.
They know it wasn't my ring last night, but it's usually my ring, so everybody knows me from the ring if they don't know me from wrestling. But I've been wrestling in the States since '99, so
Yeah, I was cheering for you and Diego and Bojack big time.
there you go.
I hit Diego with the Brock Lesnar bit when he was doing the little peek over the apron thing. I was like, "You ain't hurt, Diego. Rub some dirt on it."
That's because he was waiting for his spot, brother.
Yeah, I know what he was doing. I know exactly what he was doing.
He watches that TV shit too, where they go, "Hey, we'll just stay underneath the friggin' curtain until it's time to come back out."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they do that a lot nowadays, and I think that's not a great way to work the talent and make them look on the spots either.
But they're teaching these kids now when they go up on all these multi-man matches and tag matches to disappear.
Right.
If the camera catches it, you can watch them on the ground waiting for their spot.
Right.
They're not even hiding the fact that they're not hurt.
Yeah, it kind of breaks the immersion.
The whole idea is to just be able to suspend belief.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, nobody thinks it's real. But you don't walk in a movie theater and say, "I know this movie's going to be fake, but I'm going to watch it anyway." No, you want to enjoy it. And it's the same thing with wrestling. And how can that happen if you're looking over the railing and you see the guy sitting there going,
Yeah.
you know, I agree. Like I like a lot of action.
A lot of them do like the crocodile or alligator where they just
"Yeah, I know." Here's the worst one. Everybody jumps now, right? You see jumps every match. Here's the problem. People are on the outside going, "Right here. Jump around here.
It's standing
I'll catch
there.
you around
Oh,
here.
it's so bad.
When I started, there'd be people on the outside. Yeah, and one guy would go, not yet. You look. Not yet. All right, turn around. 1, 2, 3. Catch you. And you timed that stuff so it looked like a fight.
Right.
Now that they're just saying it's fake. They know it's fake. Don't embarrass them by telling them it's fake. Let them, you can't believe it's real when the guy goes, jump right here.
You know, I want anybody to say that wrestling is fake. I want them to get in the ring, run the ropes.
Take one bump.
Take one bump. I want you to get thrown against that fucking barricade, to be honest.
Or like you said, run the ropes. People don't realize that fucking hurts.
That's what I was just about to say. Running the ropes was one of the worst pain here that I've ever felt. And I boxed like in a boxing ring, total different rings, total different ropes. People don't understand this shit. It's a whole different.
You want to know why that hurts so much? See, there's 2 different ways to run ropes. You were running off your right side.
Yep.
I run flat back.
And I learned the hard way. I learned that the hard way because I was running.
I
learned from dumbass Hogan, watching Hogan, brother.
Oh yeah, it's just like when you bump, you land on as much of your back as you can, right?
As you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you're running the ropes, why would you run on just this when you can run on this?
Right.
Yeah.
So
you're holding the rope, and if you want to, you watch luchadors run them. They all run them flat back.
They do.
And they even use the tricep on their left arm to push more rope.
Yeah.
More area to push against the rope means that you're dispersing that weight so it doesn't hurt as bad. But when you start, and
like I said, all my training's backyard. I've never actually had someone say, this is how you do it right.
Yeah. But here's the thing about ropes. Cables don't hurt as much as rope because rope gives and takes.
Facts.
When you push a rope, you're actually expanding the rope.
Yep.
And then when it lets go of you, if you don't get off it fast enough, it catches your skin.
Yep.
That's what it's from.
Happening right here.
You're expanding that rope.
I was gonna say right under here, man.
Yeah.
It's
catching you every time. When I was learning, I learned on a ring with that polyurethane rope, that vinyl, that like not rope. It's like it looks like bristles on a brush, but it's rolled into a rope.
I know what you're talking
about.
about.
Synthetic rope stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking
about.
And
that's even worse than regular rope.
Because of how much
that's man-made shit. But literally what's happening is you're hitting the rope, and because you're pushing it past level, you're making it expand. And it's catching up to you before you can get off the ropes, and it keeps grabbing you. That's why you end up with these big abrasions. If it was just you running off a rope, it wouldn't be as bad. If you were running off a cable, it wouldn't be as bad as running off a rope.
Facts.
Also, cables, you don't get spring like, ropes, you don't get spring like cable.
I've never run off spring cable.
Yeah, ropes are made to give more. Cable, it's just that, a 1/4-inch steel elevator cable. That is to hold thousands and thousands of pounds. So what the frig is my 250 gonna do to it? Not a
whole lot.
Right.
Not if unless you weigh more than an elevator.
Yeah, well, you dead if you weigh more than an elevator.
Facts.
Bro.
Yeah.
You're dead.
That's way more than that 600-pound life. Let me tell you.
Along the way.
That's a fact. So I got a few more questions for you, Larry. Because I like to pick, your brain. You have a lot of information for the fans. You know what I mean? So I'm 39 years old, about to be 39 in August. Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting back into the squared circle.
Good.
You say that's good.
Uh-huh. Because you already know your limitations because of your age.
I do.
So don't do shit you can't do.
Exactly. I'm not jumping no rope. I'm not coming from the top rope looking like Sid Vicious.
Dude,
I'm not doing it.
I used to, at 260 pounds, I used to do top rope elbows.
See, but that's what you could do.
Yeah, I know, but I had to work my way up to it. I hate heights. When I started training, I didn't want to get above the first rope. So just me getting on the top rope was a major life break right there. you know. But
See, I don't mind the top rope.
I'm a roofer, man. Heights don't bother me none.
Well, that's good. They did me. I wanted a 6 foot ladder. I got about 2/3 up. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. That means I'm.
I watched a guy when I was in basic training. A guy got kicked out of the army because he, same thing, just petrified of heights. It was like a 7-foot wall we had to climb up over, and this guy froze halfway up it. And they were like, "Yo, if you don't climb this, like you're gonna go home." No shit. He did not finish the climb, and he went home because from the military they discharged him because he couldn't climb a 7-foot wall.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me
Dude,
tell you guys
fear
something.
of shit is tough.
Hey, listen, that height shit. I'm afraid to get up on top of my roof sometimes. Just sometimes. As long as I know, though, I'm flat and I'm good. I'm good. But when it comes to getting to that edge, I get shaky.
So I always say, I'm not afraid of heights, but my body seems to be.
Your body won't care about the heights. It's going to worry about the sudden stop.
yeah.
Falling feels like flying till you hit the ground.
Yeah, except you know you're going to die.
I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of falling from those heights.
Yes. Dude, a healthy respect is not a bad thing.
But I've
Not at all.
visited Katahdin twice since I've lived up here in the 7 years I've lived up here. And honestly, I plan to do it again. It's an amazing experience if you've never done it.
Jay, do me a favor, will you? Would you fix your hat? Put a little curve in that thing. No, put a little curve in it. See Chris over here? See Chris? Chris got a little curve in his hat.
I have to keep adjusting it because it's one of my new band hats. It keeps wanting to flatten out.
Covering my eyes.
You gotta put it in the middle. You gotta put that curve in that something.
You got to put that curve. He
I
got
need
a
to get a
fedora. Hey, but you
spray
got
can
that
and fix it.
fedora
There we
on.
go.
So you got that fedora on, so yours is naturally nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
I like a good hat.
You
My
got
wife
that.
got me one when she went to England.
You got that manager hat, bro. You got that.
I got that Northwoods Outlaws hat.
The Scally
Nice.
Cap Company.
Nice.
I got good ones and bad ones, and the bad ones are the ones that are dirty. So I take them out of the good ones. When they get bad, they become an everyday kind of thing. You got to keep rotating.
Right.
Makes sense.
I got almost as many hats as I have wrestling belts.
Now I got a few more
Yeah,
questions for you, Larry.
show off your rep.
Yeah, let's
I
see
told you, bro, we're getting ready to move. I don't have them up anywhere right now. I have to go down to my basement.
Oh, okay. Next time.
All right,
I only
so
have, I
Larry,
think the last time I checked, I have 23.
that's dope. Yeah, I got to get back into mine. Like I had some, and then I had to sell them because some on.
Hey, I've been there, man. I've been there. I have 2 of them that are restoned with real leather. I have the old school WWE black logo that's
You got
been
big gold?
restoned with cubic zirconia and put on real leather by Simpsons. And then I have my John Cena spinner, which is my pride and joy. That one's restoned with Swarovski crystals and genuine leather as well.
Said, hold my Mountain Dew.
Hey, so look, I had big gold, the real replica, the 24 karat. Rest in peace. My grandma bought it for me because she knew I was a huge wrestling fan. I ended up having to freaking sell it because I ended up, this personal, but I ended up homeless. So I had to get rid of a lot of the like boxed up stuff that I had.
Hey, I hear that, man. It's gonna not my belts. I didn't start collecting those till I was a little bit later in life and had the extra cash. But I've had to sell fucking. Gonna sound childish, dude, but some of my good Pokemon cards when I've been in a bad position before, dude.
Hey, man, it hurts, don't it?
I had to sell my Moonbreon for $400 to pay rent like 2 years ago, dude, and I'll never not live that one down.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
got
get
over there, boss?
belts for my company. And
You got to send me one.
Every fair show, I have the King of the Fair champion, and it's continuity. If you were the champion on the last day, you better come the first day, or I'm going to strip you of it, and we're going to have a battle royal for it. And we do
That's
it over
dope.
and over and over again.
You're gonna have to send me a belt, cousin Larry. I'm
This
gonna need
year I
one.
got 20 days of just fair shows,
Nice.
and
I'm gonna
I
need
get
a belt,
myself
man.
made,
I'll
all
be sure to
custom.
some of those.
I do have one not in storage, and this one's I'm proud of because this one I earned.
Oh yeah, that's an actual fantasy football Yeah, that's from Fantasy. Yeah, that's
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Hey, cousin Larry, I'm gonna need
Is
one
that
of
as
them
big as
belts,
the?
man.
Isn't that the one that's about this big around?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking huge.
Huge,
Dude, you could
bro.
use it as a shield in Armored Core.
Bro,
Like,
that
look.
thing is like so big.
I know a wrestling company that uses that same thing for their heavyweight title, and the guy puts it on his chest, puts it on, and it goes.
Bro, it's twice the size of my waist, dude.
I know. I've seen. It looks like a hubcap. It's about the size of a hubcap.
Oh
Yeah,
my-
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's a battle belt, bro. That's like a kidney belt.
It's a wall hanger for sure. It's not something you're walking around Walmart with bragging about.
Your wall
No.
might not hold it.
Right.
You're gonna have to most definitely get some brackets.
Oh, I made sure I found a stud to hang it on the wall. Trust me.
Yeah, that's.
I think it weighs like 21 pounds, dude.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
I'm
big
not
gold
coming up
rate,
there.
30
You gotta
pounds.
Find a different stud.
Hey, the
I take
24
it off
karat
the
big
stud to
gold.
put it on the stud.
Yeah, that 24 karat big gold weighed 30 something pounds. That shit was heavy.
Bars.
The actual replica, the 24K, that shit was heavy.
Oh, I had to have been. I can only imagine.
And it had to sit in a damn case. You could not put it on the wall. Like cousin Larry said, it just didn't fit on the wall. You had to put it on a case on top of something. But yeah, cousin Larry. So I was telling Jay
I'll get you juice.
about my finisher that I was thinking about when I got back into the ring. You know, I wanted something that I could actually do on everyone, whether it was like a running elbow, like a running back elbow. Because I boxed, I did, I have a little bit of, MMA background, but I didn't want to do no kicks. I wanted to do something that could catch somebody.
But here's the thing. When you
Don't mind me just playing Mr. Mom while I'm trying to do this too.
So you've done this in the past? Have you been a wrestler before?
I trained a little, yeah.
Okay.
So out in Reno, Nevada.
Okay.
Shout out to Reno. They got a pretty big, wrestling program.
So my question is, when you wrestled, what were you doing? Was it moves? Was it holds? Was it strikes?
It was strikes and holds.
Okay. So like submission holds?
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with submission holds is the people that are taking them.
Oh, hey guys, sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna have to roll out. My wife just got back, and as some of you know what's going on earlier, it's gonna be pretty rough here in a minute.
All right, fam.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
All right, bro.
So you do strikes and holds.
Yeah.
There something I like that I actually informed somebody about out here recently. If you're into holds, if you did like a dragon sleeper,
I told you, Jay.
But altered it. Okay, you do strikes. So if the guy's standing away from you, kick him in the back of the leg, not like a crotch chop dive, just enough to bow him down. You literally take the physiology of the human body. If you stand up behind somebody and put your knee in the back of their knee, what happens? They fall down.
They go down.
Right?
Yep.
So all you have to do is put your foot on the back of their calf and push them down. Okay. At that point, they're on their knees. Do not celebrate the fact that they're down there. Okay. This should be a really quick boom, but still make sure they can see shit. But if you came and put a knee on the back of their knee or pushed a foot down on the back of their calf, that'll push them down to their knees. Okay. At that point, if you take one half step to the left, are you right-footed or left-footed?
I'm right-footed.
All right, good. You take one half step to the left, that puts you just offset them behind them on the left.
Yep.
Kick them once in the back. It don't even have to be death. What happens when you get kicked in the back?
Oh, yeah.
Now, at that point, a dragon sleeper is the arm and the head. But instead, what if you did just the head and sat down outside with your feet outside their legs
and my knee behind to kind of
Nope.
No?
Don't even have to.
Like around them. from
If
the
you
back.
put your legs around them, you're kind of closing them in, and then
Like
you can roll to your back.
Yep, and get them in a body triangle with the dragon
But
sleep.
you don't even have to. Just trap their legs. Just keep their legs in. They're already in a body triangle. Because you want to make sure that there's still a way for them to get out.
True.
If you put them in a body lock, they can't get out.
Yeah. You were telling me about that,
Jay.
Jay.
Legs that allows them, their hands are free. So to get out of it, it's thigh, leg comes out and they can work.
Yeah, you have to leave.
Don't
You have to
want
leave
something
room.
that's indestructible.
Okay.
Because then there's no way for them to reverse it, which means you can't tell a story.
Yeah,
makes sense.
You got to think about how you're producing.
I hate the dragon sleeper. It's fake as fuck. But if you put somebody in a guillotine or reverse guillotine with their head facing up back here,
that's different.
Yeah.
That's way different than a dragon sleeper because
I think the dragon sleeper
that's an actual real move.
Yeah.
It's a reverse guillotine.
I am a fan of the dragon sleeper suplex though, and the tiger suplex.
What?
Dragon suplex and tiger suplex, like
Who cares? We ain't talking about suplexes. We're talking about sleepers. Go toke on some more of that shit you do. Shit.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that because I was thinking about a lot with that, and that makes a lot of sense now because I am really quick with my movements when it comes to striking and then putting you in the hole.
But you don't want to strike too fast because if they can't see it, it didn't. Why'd you do it?
Exactly.
If they can't,
I gotta give them a time.
what you did, but just as simple as duck a line when they shoot you in, rake them in the eye. They're selling. You could even duck something, reach over the back and rake their eyes. That way they're still facing away. You put a knee you put a foot on the back of their leg. It puts them down, step over, give them the kick. And then as you're hooking it up, still don't make it too long because they're not going to stay like that long. You don't make no noise until you already got them. It can be once you got this, you make all the noise you want to people.
Right.
Then you can still sit down with it. And the best part is you can lean backwards with it.
That's true.
Not always. The regular one should be the standing one.
Right.
Not standing, but not on your back.
Right. Exactly. I'm standing behind him
in a bigger match.
Oh yeah.
Then you pull all the way back.
And that's what puts the emphasis kind of like with the ankle lock submission or with what they did with the crippler crossface and things like
And it always gives him free range with their arms here and above their head. There's still a way for them to try to fight it, which is what you want.
Okay.
If you trap everything, what good is a finisher if they can't get out of it and they ain't going to tap?
Right.
That's true.
They're just going to sit there for 10 minutes and the referee calls for the bell because time's out.
Yeah, I literally said something verbatim to exactly what you just told them when we were talking about it earlier because
you said you wanted to do an uppercut, forearm.
No, I definitely said that too. I definitely said
mortal kill, all that shit from video games, and I'll show you I'll show you the crap he was sending, Celeb.
Oh no, I told him about it. I told.
He told me.
You were saying I thought you were saying it to him. Like, that was me.
No.
And I love training people. I prefer to train over run shows. But I couldn't make no money.
I'm gonna have to, like we were doing. We're gonna be. I'll probably be out there a lot more. So I'm gonna be needing a trainer.
I keep thinking somebody's coming up behind you, but your chair's going in and out of the picture.
It's
like somebody's coming up to grab your ass.
It doesn't help when he turns
the blue
his head.
shows up. No, that's just the chair.
Yeah, it doesn't help when he turns his head and sells it either.
Yeah. And then he loses his nose. His nose is gone on the side.
Oh man, he's got portals opening behind him and shit.
I know, right? I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'll see y'all in a minute.
That's lovely wallpaper.
Yeah, thank you, man. My wife did that, man.
Let me guess, you didn't help, did you?
Oh, I tried.
Yeah.
She kicked me up out of here.
Wait a minute. You failed on purpose so you wouldn't have to.
Dang.
I'm going to tell your wife that too.
She's probably watching, bro.
Hey, wife, come in the screen. He faked it out so he didn't have to do it. He's a liar. I've only met him one time, and I already know he was lying. He didn't want to do it, so he faked it like he couldn't do it.
Faked it like I mean. So when I come out there, I'm most definitely going to be stopping by every time I'm coming out there, because it just makes sense of what we're trying to do with the podcast, what we're trying to do with everything we're trying to learn together. We're all trying to build something. And from what we have heard from you today, I'm going to ask live if we can get you on to another podcast in our next upcoming. I would love that.
It's an hour 45. I've done 3-hour promos, but I've done 3-hour interviews myself with like 4 years of my life covered. Like, I'll talk all day. I got a big mouth. My wife
3-hour promo. That needs to go to Guinness right there.
Hey, because I appreciate your time here tonight.
That kind of Guinness.
No, I get what you're
saying. The record book.
But yeah, I appreciate your time here tonight. You know, Cousin Larry, we're about to, get off on this one. We will be back on Tuesday evening. Hopefully, Cousin Larry can hop on with us that evening. Thursday evening, excuse me.
Oh, I was like, Tuesday. This is
my bad. I apologize. Thursday evening. And then we're back on again on Sundays.
Hold on just a minute. Hey, Jay.
Yes, sir.
What's that thing behind you? That poster? Is that like knots?
What do you mean? The one over here?
Yeah, that one. What is that?
That's a Muay Thai poster. So
if that was knots, I'm like, you a pervert. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That's not here or there, Larry. That's not here or there.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, we want to thank Cousin
Those
Larry.
posters are off screen.
No, they ain't. They're right around the corner.
But we want to thank you so much, Cousin Larry. We want to thank Living Katana. But before we go, Katana, what you got going?
I was gonna say, Larry, did you want to plug or shout out anyone before we take off?
Yeah,
I'll shout out all my shows.
Go for it.
Shout them out.
Skip's Bar Saturday, April 17th, April 19th. That's WrestleMania Saturday. The show's at 2. Be done by 4. Wrestling don't start till 7. You got all the time in the world. It's kids' vacation week. Gives them something to do. May 5th, we're doing Lake Region High School. We're doing a fundraiser for Project Graduation. May 9th is Geno's. Get your butt to Geno's. I can't remember the name of the band, but we got a band playing. We got wrestling. It's a great time. It's only $12. March 31st, we're doing what are we doing that day? That's Mount Ararat High School in Topsom, Maine. That show is a fundraiser for Capstone, which is their Project Graduation stuff. They named it. Let's see, we're doing a fundraiser June 21st. At South Portland, the Doubletree Hotel. That's a fundraiser for the Strive Center. I have the Ossipee Valley Fair in July. I have the Bangor Fair in July and August. I got the Skowhegan Fair in August. I got the New Portland Fair in September. I got Geno's in September. I got the Farmington Fair in September. And I know I'll have more before then.
Awesome, man. I can't wait. Looking forward to it, man. And we look forward to hearing from you next time on the next one, man.
Sounds good.
I'm going to just say this before we get off of here, y'all. We are going to be there. Some of these shows that we are at, we are going to be there, and we are going to be recording live. We're going to be on our live stream. We're going to get the full Cousin Larry like we are now.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
I appreciate you,
Cousin Larry. This ain't the full Cousin Larry. This is
timid.
We're gonna get the full Cousin Larry on here. Trust me, because we're gonna be doing it live. And so I appreciate everybody.
Not bad for 53, huh?
Oh,
that's
man,
nice.
Look at that color.
Hey, I need that. I can't.
Hey, they're trying
take that hood off. Let's see what you got. No, not you, Jay. Him.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I got.
Oh, you got it. All right.
I got long hair.
My question is, why is your hairline running away from your face?
Damn, Larry got the shots today, man.
It's all good. Hey.
So
So for
tell I like to
everybody,
have fun in life.
that's true.
Always, man. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living, man.
That's real
Wait a minute.
talk.
If I wasn't laughing doing this shit, I'm in the wrong business, man. I beat myself up, and if I'm not having fun doing it, then what the hell? Skip's bar, you got it, baby. Not there you go. Oh, look at that. I don't know where that's coming from, but absolutely.
That's coming right from the host, I believe.
That's from me.
Damn.
There you go. There you go. Hey, so for everybody here, Cousin Larry, the Living Katana. Hey, I appreciate you. We're here at the Wrestling Unleashed podcast. Whoop. And we out.
Whoop.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, Canada. Put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother.
It means nothing. It means nothing.
Nah, they lying to you. It's about the money.
Now you're more fluent.